Welcome back. Welcome back. This is Raiders Daily at night or whenever you're watching it. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for listening to me rant about the Raiders for a couple minutes. And let me tell you, there's a lot to rant about. We got ourselves a head coach, Pete Carroll. Okay? Round of applause for Pete Carroll. Right? I mean, this is something to be excited about, okay? Second off, Patrick Graham. Bringing him back. I love Patrick Graham. Can't get enough of Patrick Graham, okay? I know. Past couple of years, they've kind of been spotty, but he gets the guys fighting. He gets the juices flowing in these guys. If you give him the shot, I think he can put a good defense out there for you. And third, Chip Kelly, okay? We're kind of undecided on Chip Kelly, right? I mean, I like the hire. I like the hire a lot. College guy going to the NFL, right? He's been to the NFL before, had some success. Had a lot of questionable decisions, mostly in the front office. I'll give him that. But he won't be making front office moves. It'll be strictly on offense. Pete Carroll is the glue that kind of holds this all together. He just focuses on the offense. And he's a good offensive mind. He's a great offensive mind. But as you start putting this front office, this coaching staff together, what's going to start happening is this ball is going to really start getting rolling, okay? Okay? It's rolling. And it's picking up some steam, okay? All right? And then, boom, mock drafts are hitting you. Boom, free agency is hitting you. Boom, trade rumors are happening. There's been like 15 Max Crosby trade rumors. I think I've seen a edit of Max Crosby in a different team's jersey for just about every other team in the league. Hey, I see Max Crosby in a jersey other than the Raiders more than I see him in a Raiders jersey. We are not trading Max Crosby, okay? If you want Max Crosby, it's going to cost you 5 first-round picks. Sorry. Oh, you don't like that price? Oh, sorry. Hang up. Don't call my phone then. I would compare a potential Max Crosby trade to almost like a Luka Doncic trade. I think we need his leadership. We need his energy. And the fans need something to look forward to on Sunday. But I'm getting carried away. What I really wanted to talk about is the offseason, free agency, draft. What is it looking like, okay? And what I want to start off with is five players that I think the Raiders must re-sign this offseason, okay? If I can only keep 5 guys, right? Shout out Five Guys Burgers and Fries. Actually, don't shout out Five Guys Burgers and Fries. It's like $25 for a burger, and you get a lot of fries and everything, but the burger is mid. Okay, anyways, 5 guys I'm keeping this free agency. Okay, first off, Nate Hobbs, okay? Pete Carroll is a defensive guy. More importantly, he is a corner guy. John Gruden's kind of position, Josh McDaniels' kind of position, they were the quarterback. They were the quarterback whisperers. I believe Pete Carroll is a cornerback whisperer, okay? What do I mean by that? I think that, 1, he loves good corners. 2, he's great at developing corners, okay? I think he's going to try to bring in some new guys this offseason, but why not keep these guys that are homegrown, already know the Patrick Graham scheme and everything. I would be very excited to see what he looks like in a Pete Carroll defense. Number 2, Trayvon Merrick, okay? He's young. He plays all around the field. He's up on the line of scrimmage. He's a big physical tackler. And I would be kind of interested in what Pete Carroll would want to do with him too, almost in a Cam Chancellor kind of role. And I hate that compare this team to the Seattle Seahawks and the Legion of Boom, because they were a great defense. This is not going to be the Legion of Boom, okay? If people are expecting this to be the Legion of Boom, they are severely overestimating what this defense might be. I don't think we'll see another defense like that for another 15, 20 years. But Trayvon Merrick, great guy, homegrown guy, young guy. But I also understand he's one of the most coveted free agents in this free agent cycle, which is admittedly a pretty weak one. He's going to ask a lot of money, which I think to an extent I'm willing to pay. Third guy, Malcolm Kuntz, okay? I think we could get him for cheaper than we should have, right? He's coming off injury. I know that's scary. You hear what Max Crosby talks about him. One of those guys who's always in the weight room, always trying to get extra work in, almost like a Robin to Max Crosby's Batman. I think he was really coming on strong late 2023. It sucks he had that injury. I think we could get him for cheaper than we should. We still need to pay the man, okay? Show him respect, okay? He's put out a pretty decent tape on the field, okay? Show him some respect. Give him a little bag. Number 4. If we can keep one of these guys, that's great. And maybe even both. But if we can keep at least one, that's awesome. Adam Butler, John Jenkins, okay? Very, very solid defensive tackle. I prefer Adam Butler. I think he's better at getting to the quarterback, but I think we still need to address defensive tackle in free agency or even the draft. But they are solid starters, if not even better depth guys that we need to keep on this defensive line. And number 5, this is the most important one. If I could keep one guy, one free agent this year, Robert Spillane. Let me say that again. Robert Spillane. Do not let this guy leave the building. Don't let him go to another team. Don't even let him kind of shop around a little bit. Sit him down. First day of free agency. Sit him down and say, what do you want? Pay the man. We got him for cheap, and he balled out. Pay that man. He is a dog. So those are the 5 guys. If I could keep 5 guys in this free agency, those are the guys I really want. You'll notice it's all defense, okay? I like to keep consistency, and especially I think that's the biggest strength with keeping Patrick Graham is it's going to allow this consistency. Now, we start looking outside the building. Who are some guys who are going to help this team? Some new additions, some new blood. Let's get some new blood in the building. Let's kind of mix stuff around, okay? 5 guys I would like to see the Raiders target in free agency. I'm not saying they have to sign these guys. I just want them to talk to these guys. See what they're thinking, How are they feeling? Number 1, Dre Greenlaw. He would be a great linebacker to pair next to Robert Spillane. And that would be a lot of money allocated just to the linebacking room. But if you could get Dre Greenlaw, you would have a top 5 linebacking core in the NFL. Dre Greenlaw, Robert Spillane, and I get probably a rookie. Divine Diablo, he's probably not coming back. So you'd kind of have to figure out that other linebacker to kind of pair up with him. But I like Dre Greenlaw. He's a leader. He helped the 49ers get to the Super Bowl, 2 years ago. From the reports that I've been reading, he wants to take on that kind of linebacker 1 role, which is maybe something, if we already have Robert Spillane, who is very much a leader of that defense, maybe that's not something he's interested in. But I at least want to talk to Dre Greenlaw, see where he's at, see what his interest is in the Raiders. Number 2, Byron Murphy, okay? This would be a big get for this defense, right? I think corner is a position of need. I think Byron Murphy is a great young player in this league. Once again, like Dre Greenlaw, he's going to ask a lot of money. But we have the 2nd highest cap going into the next year. So let's throw a little cash around. Especially if it's a quality starter at a position of need. I'd be okay with, doling out a little cash, a little dinero, right? This next guy, James Daniel, okay, offensive guard, Pittsburgh Steelers. I think the offensive line was good last year. No, I can't even say it. I think the offensive line was okay. But if this Super Bowl taught us anything, it was a reminder that this game is won in the trenches. We need to get a good, solid offensive guard, someone who's going to help that run game, someone's going to help that pass game, because that's something that really plagued us last season. Not being able to run the ball. Not really being able to pass because we couldn't run. I think if you shore up that offensive line, it's going to help this offense a lot. Obviously, the first thing everyone's going to look at with this offense is quarterback. But what you really have to say is, who can I get? What are some guys that I can get that are going to help this team, that are going to be some pieces to build around once we finally can get that quarterback? Because quite frankly, unless some people fall in the draft, I don't really see us getting that quarterback this offseason. It might be Aiden O'Connell for another season. I'm fine with that. I don't want to pay Sam Darnold. I don't really want to pay Russell Wilson. 4th guy, Javonte Williams, running back, Denver Broncos. Didn't have the best season last year, but I think he is a solid running back in this league. And I think that's something that really hurt the Raiders last season, not having good running backs. Alexander Madison's a okay running back. My big problem with Alexander Madison was it seemed like every time he would get the ball, he would just try to power ahead, just head down, run like this, and then trip and fall 3 yards or fall into his offensive lineman 2 yards. It was always just little 3 yards, 2 yards. Oh, 5 yards. Hey. Well, 2 yards, right? But I think Javonte Williams probably get pretty cheap once again. Who would be a solid depth piece to this team. Number 5, Darius Slayton. And now I know what you're saying. I was coming out strong. Dre Greenlaw, Byron Murphy, big names. But I don't think this is what John Spytek. I don't think John Spytek needs a big name. John Spytek is smart, okay? I don't think he wants to overpay players. Getting solid quality starters on this team, solid depth pieces on this team is what we need to do. That has been something that has plagued the Raiders for years, is depth. We just don't have depth because we're not a good team. We can't draft. We overpay guys in free agency. And our wide receiver depth is something that really hurt us last year. Trey Tucker was our wide receiver 1 for like 3 or 4 games. We cannot let that happen ever again. We cannot let that happen ever again. I love Trey Tucker. I think he is a great wide receiver 3, and I think he is a piece on this team that they should continue to develop and continue to use, but he is not a wide receiver 1. And Darius Slayton is not even a wide receiver 1, but I think he's a little bit better than Trey Tucker. He has the ability to take a significant load on offense. Nothing crazy, but this is, once again, another depth piece. He might want to get paid. He might want us to throw a bag at him. And in that scenario, bye. You can go. We don't really need you that much. But kick the tires on him. Be like, hey, man, you're getting kind of up there. Do you really want to play for the Giants again? It's Pete Carroll. Come play for Pete Carroll, right? On a cheap little deal. On the low, right? But those are the 5 guys I would be interested in at least kicking the tires this free agency. See what's up with them, man. See what they're feeling. Free agency, it opens up March 10th, so it's purely speculation for now. But those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Do you hate me? Do you think I'm stupid for suggesting this? Let me know.